hottest shows have been, so you see, what, 2, 3 Masters competitors total? I mean, how many do we have here?
Yep.
11?
Yeah.
It's going to be a good lineup, hopefully.
Yeah, there've been some really impressive Masters athletes today.
I wonder if the prestige and the history of the show plays into that at all, right? Some of these guys growing up watching the original Mr. America.
Yeah,
I never thought about
shooting
that.
for the title now.
Yeah. 77 we saw in the Open. Starting off with that same crucifix pose. Looking like we got a Frank Zane coming up next.
Yeah.
Looking very Frank Zane-like. Oh, side mantis, here we go. Side tricep.
From Kenny Bunk, Maine, Daryl Conan.
Frank Zane-esque.
Absolutely.
He hits that side tricep, you'll be happy.
I see
Good upper
standing
body.
backstage, you got 78, who I thought was a potential front runner in the Open, is the Masters athlete. So he's about to walk on here shortly.
From Walnut Creek, California, Henrik.
All the way from California. Yeah.
Great conditioning.
Really, really sharp conditioning. Conditioning, color, presentation.
I think I'd be very mindful of the pose I hit right in front of the backdrop when I first come out.
Absolutely.
Because that would be an iconic photo, right? Him hitting that archer in front of the Mr. America backdrop.
Gary Iannuzzi.
Another Open athlete coming up next.
Something to think about when you're doing your individual presentation. Something I could have done better last year is really holding those poses whenever you're doing your individual presentation.
Yep, give him a chance to see ya.
I kind of get into like a thing where when I pose, like I feel myself hit the pose and then get out of the pose, where it's like you want to hold that pose and get that good photo, get that good, and let everyone look at you and get good looks. I mean, it's a little easier in the, in the comparison where you're like, you're just holding it, everyone's holding it, versus in an individual, you don't have that. You're not dictated as to how long you hold it. You have that. But I think holding it for like 2-3 seconds.
A 2 count is a good.
Is that what you do?
So
Is it
much
2
longer
count?
when you're up on stage, right? You feel like you're holding it, even with like the full routine.
Exactly.
It feels like you're holding. You watch it and repeat, and you just fly through.
You're like in and out, yeah.
He was just in men's physique.
But that is what, do you actually do a 2 count whenever you do that, or you kind of just mentally know that, or?
Well, so when we, within one of the federations I've competed in, you have a 30-second presentation by yourself. So that works out to be every mandatory pose with a transition, about 2 to 3 seconds. And then 1 or 2 optionals at the end, right? So I think, a good 2 count, 1, 2, and then he walks forward, right? That was enough time for a judge to see it, right? So go through his poses right now. Side chest, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, like, that was plenty long, right?
Orange, New Jersey, Owen Thompson.
If you got 2 or 3 poses, 6 seconds, I think that's reasonable.
And the other thing is you're doing your individual walk where it's like a T-walk. Like you're kind of dictated, like you hit a pose at the back and then I think it's 2 or 3 poses at the front. Versus like an individual routine where you have full flexibility to do what you want. So how do you guys approach that a little differently?
All right, gentlemen,
I mean, you've choreographed routines before. James, I know that you have. I've kind of winged mine. I need to do better on that, but
do better, would you?
You just got to make it flow, right? That's all it's about.
But
I guess
we're in between poses.
I guess my question is, how would you? So
very quickly.
An individual walk that is more structured, where you hit a pose in the back, 2, 3 poses at the front. How do you guys approach that? Do you make sure you're transitioning nicely, or do you just kind of do 4 poses and just move?
I would still do it as a transition, right? You have an opportunity to pick your pose of choice in the back because you can decide how you stance. As you come to the front, it seems very obvious to do front, side, back, walk off, right? Show your side, pick your best side.
I like that, but I wouldn't ever finish with your back to the judges.
a good point.
Number 97.
Right? You know when they call
Number
pose of choice at the
77.
end,
And number
Yeah.
67.
Never turn
Line
around.
up in the rafters.
right? I think you should always end facing the
Everyone else,
judges.
please
Yeah.
come to
I think
center
just as a
stage.
good practice, right? Like always finish. You know, they get
I
they
like-
get to see
I
your
like
face
doing
one more
that,
time.
All right, gentlemen,
You know,
front
so
double
here,
biceps.
if you had, you know, one pose at the back, you know, hit a front shot, side shot, walk to the front shot,
Relax.
maybe turn around,
Can I have
and then
number
finish
81
with that
and
clean transition to the
16?
front or side.
81 and 16.
Yeah, with like that spin. You could
Right
do
next
Yeah,
that, like a
yeah,
little spin. Yeah.
Pop on the balls of your feet, hit
Yeah.
that
All right,
spin,
get a front
whether
lat
that's a
spread.
side chest when you finish or another front pose.
I like finish with the hands on hips.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
heavily biased to that one.
Relax.
But that's a
Quarter
good
turn
point.
to the right.
I kind of internally did that, or
Side chest.
without thinking about it, did it. But I've never really made that. You know, that is a good idea to finish facing the judges.
Yep.
Relax.
Unless they actively
Side
call a back
triceps.
pose.
Yeah, yeah.
I would always-
It's
I would always
different when
finish,
they're calling,
yeah.
but when you have flexibility and freedom to pick which pose you're doing.
Relax. Face the rear. Back double biceps. Relax.
Again, you're seeing a difference in trunks,
Rear lat
trunk
spread.
style here. Depending on conditioning, you might go for a smaller trunk.
Relax.
I like
Quarter
the
turn to
slightly
right.
smaller and glossy trunks for
Side chest.
bodybuilding. I think it just gives a more polished look.
Yep.
They're a little tighter
Nice.
fitting. It
Relax.
just kind of
Side
makes the physique
triceps.
look a little, you know, I don't know, like maybe not the physique, but the overall look.
The look a little cleaner.
Yeah.
Relax. Face the front. Let's see in abdominals and thighs.
The thing with wearing the smaller trunks, though, is you got to really make sure your condition is
Yeah.
good.
Get
'Cause that's
More to hide.
hands on
That's-
hips, most muscular.
But at the same time, if you are going with a larger one, you don't want them to be loose, right? There's a couple competitors that we've seen that maybe not as form-fitting as what you'd like,
Yeah.
and I think
Right.
that
Little
takes
baggier,
away
yeah.
from the presentation
Grab,
overall.
muscular.
Yep. Going back to the men's physique shorts, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's a fine line between,
Yeah.
you know, form-fitting or too tight or too loose,
Relax.
too high, too low. You know, it's
All right,
some
gentlemen,
people don't
handing
think
over
about,
to
right?
the
But if you,
other side
you know, when I
here,
got
the
my
right
trunks
side.
made, you know,
You could
they're-
plug your
All you
sponsor.
gentlemen come out to
She
the
did a
front,
great
please.
job.
Shout out to
She does
Crystal
a great job.
Creations. But you know, there was measurements sent. I said I want them to, you know, fit up on my hips, so there's more of a V taper. You know, she was really open to what I was looking for, and it did. It made the look.
Places.
So you got 78 moved in the middle here.
Well, you want to make
93 and
sure
77
if you have
places.
kind of an over-the-top
Right next to
suit
each other.
that your
There you
physique
go.
matches,
Yep.
right? So there's
All
something in
right,
like
gentlemen,
soccer,
let's
right,
get
which I
a
grew up in. A
front
lot of
double
the
biceps.
classic athletes, they wore black boots until they had earned kind of the right to wear the flashier stuff.
Sure.
So
Relax.
you kind of see that a little
Front
bit in
lat spread.
bodybuilding, but not as much. And I just think played a little bit safe maybe at first.
Yeah. When in doubt, clean,
Relax.
glossy black.
Yep.
Side chest.
Can't go
either
wrong with a
side,
classic
gentlemen, either
black.
side.
I don't think color matters too much, really.
Relax.
Well, but it can
Side
go beyond
triceps,
color, right? You have
side.
the different sequin patterns, the crushed velvet versus like
Yeah.
the flat material, American
Relax.
flag.
Face the rear, gentlemen.
I do appreciate the American
like
flag,
that.
though.
Slaying one calf, back double biceps.
I think the athlete in the middle there has gotten harder since we saw him before.
Relax.
Could be.
Rear lat spread.
He might have.
Like his calf up into his hamstring, I think is really thickened up.
Relax. Face the front, gentlemen.
So, you know, 77.
He's
you know,
especially sharp from
Let's
the
get
front.
in
78.
abdominals and thighs.
77, they've moved to the outside. You know, great muscle, but I think he's being out-conditioned.
Yep, absolutely. There's a lot of good
Relax.
conditioning on stage.
Yeah.
And
I
something
really
that we
see 78
don't-
as a
Most
clear.
muscular.
Something we don't have to worry about, or the athletes don't have to worry about, it's cold in here. No one's sweating their tan off today.
No.
Now, that might affect your ability to get a good
Relax.
pump, for
And then
sure.
grab
But
most
I think the
muscular.
worst thing that you can see is somebody just drenched, sweating their tan off from all the
Yep.
stage lights. I mean, it gets ugly.
Relax.
That's something that's benefits me is in
All right,
general.
let's have
I'm not
everybody
much
back
of a
up in
sweater,
front. Everyone in
especially when
front,
I'm
please.
lean. So like it
Ladies
doesn't
and
run the
gentlemen,
tan, but
line up.
it is a cooler room in here today. So I haven't really seen. I don't know if I've seen any athletes sweat to any substantial degree.
I think we might need some Natty News Daily
All right, let's take your
windbreakers or
favorite
jackets
Natty
next
News
year.
Daily what?
Windbreakers or jackets.
Yes.
Just for that Masters Pro card.
Or I should have done the long sleeve polos.
Some great posing here. Love
Relax.
the three-quarter twisting there. Some archer
Thank you very
pose.
much, gentlemen. Awesome class.
Great class.
All right,
That's
amateur
right.
masters
We got
bodybuilding.
Alex Cameron, come on out. Daryl Conant, come on out. Henrik Edstrom, get out here. Jerry Iannuzzi, Giacomo Marchese. We have Juan Salinas, we have Michael Sikorsky, and then we got Owen Thompson. Take a final look, keep those legs tight, keep those
after
cameras
6.
out. If I call your number, take a step on the front line. Number 16.
Not on the Wi-Fi?
Number 89, number 81, and number 71.
Congratulations,
Bring those medals
Robin.
out to
Impressive
commemorate
win.
the journey to the Mr. America stage, because these guys worked long and hard for it. No matter what place you get at Mr. America, your legacy is sealed. And you can keep sealing it by coming back next year and trying to keep climbing that ladder. So I'll bring those awards out here because we are ready. Yep, keep those legs tight. Get those cameras out, take those shots, and we good. We all good. Okay,
So I think we had
final
78.
shots. There's a few
Taking
cameras
one on
out
this
there,
one?
so I'll wait till the cameras are down because we want to capture
Whatever
every
name
moment
a
we
pro card,
possibly
no?
can. I
Would.
see one,
Good
okay,
balance of
cameras are down,
size,
thank God,
conditioning,
you can file out
structure
stage.
overall.
I know. The greatest stage in the world, the Mr. America stage.
We saw
Come
all
on
the
down.
routines
We're gonna get
already.
some routines coming your way so you guys can file off stage. Juan Salinas, come on out.
Looks like he's gonna have some fun with his routine.
Just in the pen, I can find you. 6'1" on the money, 9'2". You just say the word and I run through. 2 texts, no reply, that's when I knew. Yeah, circumnavigate.
Strong shot for someone as tall as he is.
Whack like you get the gas mode. I'm talking slick when I'm with the big slime. Could hit your, you can never hit mine. In my DNA, electric slide. No catfishing, this is not a fish fight. Never switch sides on my dog. Catch a contact, hit your ride, go tomorrow. Everybody say, how could you come about your face and say I ain't the artist? You'd have never heard. I left off like a rapper's dead and bird. A verse from me is like 11 birds. It did the math, it's like $2,000 every word. I'm on the purge, I beat the church. I killed some and I walked away from it. Then I observed just how you curved and told them that they gotta wait for me. I know you ain't hot man. I'm part of
Juan Salinas. Yeah.
So here we go with our top
Alex
5.
Cameron, Daryl Conant, Giacomo Marchese, Juan Salinas, Henrik Edstrom. All right, let's take that 5th place medal to Daryl Conant. Fourth place, Alex Cameron. That's tough, man. Alex Cameron places 4th. That means you know it's a tough class. Look at a big group shot here. 3rd place, take that award to Giacomo Marchese.
You're ready.
I was on it, Leroy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Mr. America Amateur Masters Bodybuilding Overall Champion is number 78, Henrik
All right.
Edstrom.
All right.
Not surprising.
Edstrom, and that makes your runner-up. Number 93, Juan Salinas. Let's get a group shot. Good looking amateur bodybuilding class here. Close up those gaps so people don't have to jump out of
I
the
loved
seats
it.
to fix with their camera lens. Put Henrik in the middle there. Keep those upper thighs tight. Get a group shot. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's get Henrik up there all by himself. Go on, stand right by yourself there, Henrik.